I'm surprised that y'all didn't get rid of him sooner.
He's dead, y'all. Thank God. One down, couple more to go.
It's gonna be the biggest celebration. It is not wrong or unethical or unkind to laugh at the misfortunes of terrible people. Charlie Kirk incited violence.
If the trash can is stinking up the house, you gotta take out the garbage.
When I said you can't reason with these people, and I am advocating for lawful, swift, instant, defensive violence where grace has been afforded before, because you can't reason with these people. They hate you, everything that you are. I'm talking about people, well, not just like this, but partially like this. I want to ask you a question. I have a couple of words to say here. You've had the weekend. Are you less angry or more angry? Do you feel as though you've gotten the rest you need, or is it the kind of tired that sleep doesn't seem to fix? Because that's where a lot of us are here, I know. And I want to say a couple of things. Last week, some words I think could be taken out of context. And I want to be really, really clear, especially while we're at this boiling point in our country, where people may take some clips and tell you that Steven Crowder is irresponsible. He advocated violence. That's right. I am. I want to be crystal clear about that. I am advocating for lawful violence defensively that has been abandoned for years, and I want it to replace where grace was afforded before. So I want to be clear. I'm not calling for anyone to go out in the street and commit random acts of violence or even targeted acts of violence. That is not what I am calling for. But I am calling for lawful violence to protect you and your own where you afforded grace to the left before. Now, what do I mean by that? Kyle Rittenhouse wouldn't have gotten anything other than a pat in the back and good shooting as a comment for what he did if all of us had been acting in self-preservation the right way. The McCloskeys, I believe was their name. Remember them in Missouri, protecting their own property with their own guns on their own porch? And they had to go through years of legal battles. That shouldn't be an outlier. It shouldn't be an outlier. It should be the norm. And you're going to see a highlight reel here that's going to make you really angry of people celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, because I think it's important to know who your enemy is. There is no reasoning with these people. What I mean is every single time someone threw a would-be, or sometimes was, concrete milkshake at a Change My Mind table, every time someone picked up a rock and launched it at one of our heads, every time we got sucker punched, every time we got collar dragged, every time we got somebody coming up throwing over the table or trying to tackle someone, it used to be, hey, calm down, because a standard for those on the right is perfection as far as nonviolence. Now, the second someone raises their voice or comes in hot and they are told to knock it off because they're presenting a threat, I want righteous, lawful violence to replace mercy and grace where that is what existed before. These people are not afraid of you. They believe that they can act with complete impunity, and it doesn't need to get to the point of Charlie Kirk for another person or another person down the line. It doesn't end until they're afraid enough to keep their head down. It would be like you in your cargo shorts, I don't know, Tommy Bahama shirt, taking on somebody in a flak jacket, a riot helmet, in a Panzer, in a tank. They are completely bulletproof, and you are exposed when you decide that, hey, we're going to just calm things down. We're going to cool temperatures, and they are there to commit an act of violence. It is legal. You do not have to retreat. You have the right to protect you, your home, your vehicle, your person, your family. And I was thinking about this. There have been quite a few instances over the years where many people here have been the targets of violence, and we didn't react. I don't think you would blame anyone now, just like I wouldn't blame you. What I mean is treating these people, whether it's a Charlie Kirk type situation where you're out and you're expressing an opinion and it's a video, or you're at a rally, or you're at a conference, or you're in your whatever it could be. You could be in a general social setting. where because you know it's politically charged, you've applied a different standard. Meaning if someone came up to me or to you and your family at a dinner table and started screaming that you were a Nazi and a fascist and threw the glass at you, is there any world in which you would do anything other than beat them until the threat was eliminated? Tackle them? Get the authorities? That's what I'm advocating for. Lawful protection of you and your own. Because I have sat across from, at this point, hundreds of people. And I've always said this, to change my mind, the idea behind it, it's the most important skill set is being able to find out whose minds you can change and who has bought into the lie or who has bought in so much to the narrative that they are willing to perpetuate the lie versus those whose minds can be changed. And you need to treat them differently. And now you need to treat those who are perpetuating the lie as the threat that they are. And that is within your legal right. The McCloskeys shouldn't be it shouldn't even be a story. It should be a footnote. Kyle Rittenhouse, a man shot at him, was raising a gun to him, and he shot his bicep. That's the kind of John Wick shooting that we don't think exists in the real world, and he shouldn't have had to wait for it to get that far. Because you either wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, or you end up with a situation like Charlie Kirk. Kyle Rittenhouse could have gone very differently. Black Lives, we've seen it go differently for people who aren't even public figures. Hey, we got a Trump supporter over here in Washington. Bang, point blank. Remember that? I want to see, hey, we got a Trump supporter over here. Whoa, 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 back up. Is that a gun? Bang. And you hear, hey man, I had to defend myself. He pointed a gun at my face because of my Trump cap. Don't take it. So am I advocating for violence? Yes. Lawful, defensive violence that has not been implemented because people, animals have been afforded grace, and I don't believe that should be the case anymore. Let me give you some more examples here. We're going to get to quite a bit today, but the left continues to celebrate. The left continues to inspire more violence, but even then they continue to lie. They want to sow rancor within the conservative community even. Here's an example. Just ours, our experience here. Someone named Maya Luna, a CEO of Progress Libs, put out this post over the weekend. Steven Kreider changed his bio to say #1 conservative daily show a day after Charlie was murdered, LMFAO. That didn't happen. Just to be clear, this is designed to make you think that people are at odds who are not at odds. My biography on X has said that since August of 2023. The #1 conservative daily show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. It has been there since August. But if people, these awful, evil, demonic people, can convince you that, I don't know, people are opportunists or people are denigrating the dead, well, then guess what? Hey, it justifies acts of violence, kind of like they did with Charlie Kirk. He was a Nazi, he was a fascist, right? Well, what do you do with Nazis, fascists? Well, you punch them. Hey, what do you do with wife abuser? Well, you punch them. It makes it a lot easier to vilify someone, to dehumanize someone. So this has been making the rounds. And the problem is Grok, when asked, gave a very sort of confusing answer. It said, yes, verified sources confirmed Charlie Kirk was killed. Kreider's bio changed from the conservative daily show on September 11th as shown in the screenshot. His current bio still says, I don't know what that means, but this is something out there I want to clarify. This has been the same thing for a very long time. This Luna character also tried to write that our reporting last week on the casings was incorrect, that it's been debunked when it's been, of course, confirmed. The ATF report that it had anti-fascist wording and supposed transgender wording, which obviously could have been confusing to the ATF with the noticing bulge. It sort of references furry culture, but the fuck fascism is pretty clear. And what is this designed to do? It's designed to sow doubt in your mind. It's designed to make you feel so confused and shell-shocked that you don't know what is true, so that hopefully you go back to trusting those in positions of authority in our institutions, education, three-letter agencies who've never gotten it right. So be very careful with the news that you consume out there. We make all the references publicly available. There are people out there seeking to mislead you across the board, And look, when I said you can't reason with these people, and I am advocating for lawful, swift, instant, defensive violence where grace has been afforded before because you can't reason with these people. They hate you, everything that you are. I'm talking about people, well, not just like this, but partially like this.
Let me just say this. I'm surprised that y'all didn't get rid of him sooner. And I'm surprised that you guys aren't getting rid of more people. Like, don't stop with him. Don't let him be the end dog. Get rid of them all.
I was not kidding when I said, if you were gonna get the job done, there were two better candidates.
He's dead, y'all. Thank God. One down, couple more to go.
When that happens, and it will. It will. Not only will we be insensitive, that'll be the least of your worries, but it's gonna be the biggest celebration.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Bye, Charlie Kirk. Bye.
Your homie dead. Hey, look at me. Look at me, everybody. Look at me. Look at me.
To every Zionist, every Christian Zionist, may you be just like that shop, the Target. All his followers, just like the shop, the Target.
It is not wrong or unethical or unkind to laugh at the misfortunes of terrible people. Charlie Kirk incited violence.
You're going to have to take out trash to get a clean house. Like, it is what it is. If the trash can is stinking up the house, you got to take out the garbage.
Did you see all that blood that came out of his body? It was like,
It's got nothing to do with the people who are laughing and joking about him becoming a human water fountain.
Seeing the flags of the United States of America at half staff, calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land.
As much as you want to play the, oh, loving father didn't deserve that, poor kids, I actually genuinely believe that Charlie Kirk's children, especially his daughter, would have been in more danger had his life continued on.
That's who you're facing. And we'll get to some recent polling. It is not a small contingency. And in case some of you are maybe shocked, it's been a little bit of a bucket of cold water as far as the advocating of lawful defensive violence. Some of you may be wondering, hey, this whole thing has been pretty tough on the soul, and there was a little less levity last week. Are we still going to be addressing the evil leftism with out of bounds, poor taste, borderline comedy and material? Well, hit it on with the show.
A big screw you, Tyler Robinson. I hope that you get inside yourself, then burn in hell. A big screw you, Tyler Robinson. Your evil movement's starting today, and your boyfriend's gay. You're both just gay.
Oh, you're still here? And you're still watching this on YouTube? You've probably noticed something is missing by now. I'm not here. That's because the Live Daily Show is now streaming exclusively on Rumble weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Tune in there, where nothing is censored.